It is time. I must don the ceremonial garb. Tonight, darkness shall creep over the land. Terror will walk the streets, and children will shriek in fear. For tonight, we will face our greatest demons. Happy Halloween!
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So first I'm taking my Vichy Dermablend in the shade Opal and using it as a base. And then I'm taking a wet beauty blender and taking my two Snazzaroo paints in light grey and white. I actually didn't use the white paint at all. I just used the light grey, and I'm just popping that on with a wet beauty blender instead of a foundation brush or any form of brush, as brushes leave it streaky. So I found that the beauty blender worked really well for applying the face paint, as it wasn't really that patchy at all, and if it was patchy I could just go back over with a little bit more paint and it was actually fine. If I was doing this makeup look again, I don't think I would use this shade, as in some lights it was a little bit blue. Next I'm taking my Kat Von D Matte to Metal palette and I'm taking the shade Stone, and I'm using this to contour. So I'm taking it on my cheekbones, the jawline, and also down the bridge of my nose. The one thing I found was it's actually really hard to blend over water activated paints, so I just went back in where it was a little bit patchy and the paint seemed to make it blend quite easily, so it was fine. Next I'm taking some of my NYX Tame and Frame in the shade Espresso, and I'm just carving out those brows just to make sure that they look all fleeky, because the paint just made them disappear. And I'm also taking some of this dark purple shade from the TZCosmetics palette, and I'm just putting that over top to give it a more deep purple look. Then I'm going in with my sleek highlighting palette, Destorted Dreams, taking the shade Blurred Lights, and I'm using that as my highlighter shade. It's this really nice iridescent pink, purple, blue beautifulness. Then I'm taking the shade Tinsel from the Kat Von D Matte Metal palette, and I'm putting this all over my lid. Then I'm going back in with some Stone, and I'm just using this as my transition shade and really carving out that crease line. I'm also taking a bit of the shade Jet, and I am putting a little bit of that in the lid as well, and I'm just going to really blend that out. I was trying to pat it to kind of get as much pigment as possible, and as you can see it's quite hard to blend, but eventually it does work. Next I'm taking my Tarte kohl liner and I'm just lining both of my waterlines, and then I'm going in with my TZCosmetics palette and I'm just taking that deep purple and running it along the waterline, just really smoking out that black kohl liner and giving my eyes a pop of purple. Next I'm going in with my Urban Decay Electric palette and I'm taking the shade Chaos, and I'm just going really close to the lash line here and using this to deepen that purple shade, give it some dimension and really open those eyes. We're a cartoon character here, guys. We want to make sure that our eyes look massive. Next I'm taking my Topshop highlighter and it is in the shade Wax and Wane, and I'm just using this to give my inner corners a bit of pop and sparkle. Then I'm going in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner and I'm just drawing a big old wing. This just sets off the eyes so well and ties the whole look together in my opinion, apart from the lashes of course. Next, I'm taking my Catrice Rock Couture Mascara. Do you really think I'm going to be using anything else? And I am just applying that very generously to my eyelashes, and then I'm following it all up with my PS Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Punked. And I'm just putting this all over my lips. I'm obsessed with this. You guys need to buy this. It's so cheap and beautiful and it's amazing. And then over top of that, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss in the shade Purple Rain. And this lip combo is literally my life. It is absolutely gorgeous. I can't express how beautiful this looked in person. The camera doesn't even do it justice. Then I'm going to set the eyes off using my SoSu Luxury Lashes in the style Vogue. And then taking a little face gem from the PS Candy Skull face gems from Pennies or Primark, and I'm just popping that in the center of my forehead. Raven has a gem that is shaped like a diamond, but your girl is working with what she got, okay? And I'm just taking my wig cap and I'm going to turn into an egg in about 5 seconds. But we work in it though. This is my Raven wig that I actually styled and cut myself. It was actually down to my bum, but I cut it all the way up and layered it and made it more raveny. And yeah, I was really happy with the way it turned out. Raven has a widow's peak, so to achieve this, I am taking the dark purple shade from the TZCosmetics palette and I am just basically marking the little widow's peak in with a really, really tiny eyebrow brush. And as you can see, it turned out really well. I used a little bit of black as well and I think it worked. So thank you guys so much for watching and I hope to see you in my next tutorial. Bye!